Hello there, fellow seekers of knowledge. Welcome back to our channel, where we delve deep into the fascinating intersection of psychology, human resources, and pop culture. If you've ever wondered why some people are just plain quirky and others are your, textbook geek, kind of like me, then you've come to the right place. What we've found is that there are nanobots No, I'm just kidding. Today, we're unlocking the secrets of human relationships by continuing to decode the intriguing book Games People Play, but this time through the lens of the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, also known as MBTI. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you won't miss any of our enlightening content. Let's get started. All right. Let's kick things off with a little history lesson, shall we? Our story begins with a Christmas vacation and a boyfriend named Clarence. Yes, this is like a personality type origin story straight out of the Hallmark Channel. Isabel Briggs introduced Clarence Myers to her family, and her mother Katherine thought this young Mr. Myers was a bit different from the Briggs fam. And you know what they say about curiosity, especially the curiosity of a future in-law. It got the better of her. Katherine went on to develop the idea of categorizing people based on personality types. Nothing says happy holidays quite like secretly analyzing people, right? This idea got even more fascinating when Katherine stumbled upon Carl Jung's book on psychological types. And little did Katherine know that the 8 Jungian psychological types she learned about would later become the foundation for the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. Now, even without having a psychological background, Isabel Briggs Myers would later carry on her mother's legacy and create the actual Myers-Briggs Type Indicator in 1944. Fast forward to today, and millions of people have taken the MBTI, using it for job compatibility, teaching, marriage counseling, and personal development. It's like this test has become the ultimate crystal ball of self-discovery. I mean, what if Nick Fury used the MBTI to create the Avengers? That'd be pretty cool. Now, as many of you may know, when you take the MBTI test, you end up with a unique 4-letter code that represents your personality type, like ISTJ or ESFP. It's just so darn magical. Speaking of magic, what personality type is Slytherin? Let us know in the comments below. Sadly, word on the streets is the MBTI is putting the sorting hat out of business. Gryffindor! Okay, let's move on from wizards and witches to the scientific stuff. There are 2 main types of people when it comes to how they perceive the world: sensing types and intuitive types. Sensing types are engrossed in the present moment. They focus on what they can see, hear, touch, taste, and smell. They're interested in facts and details and find it less interesting to deal with ideas or abstractions. Intuitive types, on the other hand, are interested in the unseen world of ideas and possibilities. They're more likely to trust their gut instincts and to see patterns that others might miss. They may be distrustful of physical reality, and they may prefer to spend their time thinking about the future rather than being present. Simply put, sensing types are like the detectives of the personality world. They want the cold, hard facts. Intuitives are the artists, trusting their gut and imagination to paint a world of ideas. All kidding aside, it's important to note that these are just generalizations, and there's a lot of variation within each type. Some sensing types may be more interested in ideas than others, and some intuitive types may be more interested in physical reality than others. In the MBTI framework, individuals adopt one of 2 approaches when making conclusions or judgments. Thinking, which involves employing an objective process of logic, or feeling, where they determine the personal significance of something. People tend to adhere to their preferred method, and this can sometimes lead to a clash of perspectives. Thinkers and feelers like the eternal rivals rock, paper, scissors, they just can't agree on the best way to make decisions. Thinkers may view feelers as irrational and subjective, while feelers may find it challenging to comprehend how thinkers can remain detached and impersonal. Interestingly, a child who leans toward the feeling mode is likely to develop strong interpersonal skills, excelling in relationships and understanding emotions. Conversely, a child inclined towards the thinking mode will likely become adept at gathering, utilizing, and organizing facts and ideas. These four fundamental preferences of sensing, intuition, thinking, and feeling underpin the various values, needs, habits, and traits in individuals. They shape the way we perceive and interact with the world around us. Now, let's mix and match these traits. ST, SF, NF, NT. We're making the ultimate personality cocktail. ST people are your sensing and thinking people. They're the mixologists of reality, shaking and stirring only with the most tangible and verified ingredients. Just like a skilled mixologist who crafts a perfect cocktail using precise measurements and top-notch spirits, ST folks prefer to proceed with information that their senses have personally vouched for. Their practical minds are like a well-stocked bar, ready to concoct the most efficient and effective solutions. Whether it's performing surgery with meticulous precision, navigating the complexities of the law, balancing the books and accounting, or tinkering with machinery to make it hum like a finely tuned cocktail shaker, ST individuals excel in fields that demand that critical and objective analysis. So, if you find yourself in need of a well-grounded and no-nonsense approach to a problem, call on the mixologists of reality, the ST folks, to whip up a solution that's sure to hit the spot. Just like a perfectly crafted drink, their work leaves you with a satisfying taste of competence and precision. Now, on to SF. And by SF, I mean sensing and feeling, not San Francisco. SF people are the charming bartenders of emotions, mixing their senses with a dash of personal warmth to create a delightful concoction of feelings, just like a skilled bartender who knows how to craft the perfect drink by gauging the mood and preferences of their customers. SF personalities rely on their emotions to guide their conclusions about the facts at hand. They're the ultimate people, always ready to lend a listening ear and a comforting presence, much like a friendly bartender who knows how to lift spirits with a smile, by pouring you spirits with a smile. You'll often find them serving up their talents in fields that allow them to express their caring nature, as a nurse in a hospital or a teacher in a school, working in social services to support those in need, or effortlessly selling ideas and products with genuine enthusiasm. Just like a well-crafted cocktail, SF individuals infuse every interaction with their heartfelt touch, leaving a lasting impression on everyone they serve. So the next time life has you feeling a little shaken, seek out the emotional mixologists, the SF people, and they'll whip up a cocktail of compassion and understanding that's sure to warm up your soul. Now, it's important for you to know that intuition in Myers-Briggs is represented by the letter N as in noodle. So let's talk about the NF people, who are the intuitive feelers. Picture NF people as the friendly and sociable bartenders of life. Instead of getting bogged down in the current situation or facts like some other people, these bartenders are all about stirring up concoctions of future possibilities and how things could be changed for the better. They skillfully mix their gift for communication with their deep desire to improve things, just like a bartender expertly blends various ingredients to create a delightful cocktail. Whether it's teaching at a university, preaching, advertising, counseling, or psychology, writing, or research, they pour their passion and creativity into their work, serving up refreshing ideas and insights to quench the thirst for progress. So next time you meet an NF person, pull up a chair and enjoy the delightful drinks they have to offer. It's sure to be a memorable and inspiring experience. And last but not least, NT, which stands for Intuitive Thinkers. NT people are the ingenious mixologists of possibilities, blending their rational analysis with a splash of creativity to concoct a brilliant outcome. Just like a skilled mixologist who combines various spirits and flavors to create a mind-blowing cocktail, NT folks draw on their powers of logic and reasoning to whip up innovative solutions to complex problems. They have a knack for turning challenges into opportunities, like turning a handful of random ingredients into a masterpiece drink. Whether it's diving into the depths of science, navigating the intricacies of computing, unraveling the mysteries of mathematics, or playing with the flavors of finance, NT individuals thrive in professions that demand their clever problem-solving skills. Just like a mixologist wows you with their showmanship behind the bar, NT people dazzle with their brilliance and ingenuity in their chosen fields. So, if you're in need of a genius solution or a mental boost, head straight to the mixologists of possibilities, the NT folks, and they'll craft a concoction of innovation that'll leave you inspired and impressed. Now, let's talk extroversion and introversion. It's like picking your party style in life. You can be the life of the external world bash, or you might prefer the cozy vibes of the inner world's intimate gathering. It's crucial to remember that this extroversion-introversion shindig doesn't play favorites with the other preferences. You can mix and match to create your own unique cocktail of personality traits. I myself identify as an extroverted introvert, which is not at all a Myers-Briggs type. So, you could be a wild and outgoing extroverted NT type, always shaking things up with your brilliant ideas, or perhaps you're the laid-back and introspective ISF type, taking your time to savor and feel the world around you. For extroverts, it's all about being on the go, ready to party and influence situations like a social butterfly flitting about from one flower to the other. Meanwhile, introverts are more like the wise owls, taking their sweet time to brew their insights and thoughts before stepping into the limelight. And let's face it, whether you're an E or an I, it doesn't mean one is better at making decisions than the other. It's simply about the way you groove through life and the style you're most comfortable with. So, cheers to the extroverts who dive headfirst into the action, and the introverts who prefer a bit of quiet reflection before making their moves. There's no right or wrong, just your unique flavor of extroversion or introversion. So, embrace your preference and let the party, or introspection, begin. Cheers to being true to your style. Each personality type has a dominant and auxiliary process. It's like a recipe where we each have our signature flavor, but one ingredient always takes the limelight. I'm looking at you, garlic. Let's take a peek at those NT types, the dreamy mix of intuition and thinking. But you know how it goes. When thinking steals the show, it's like the rock star of the personality party, earning the title of Dominant Process. Say hello to the ENTJs. Let's not forget there are other letters too. When it comes to the personality spectrum, we've got judging, J, and perceiving, P, strutting their stuff. It's like a dance-off between structure and spontaneity. On one side, we've got those judgmental J's making decisions with all the formality of a royal decree. They've got their ducks in a row, and everything's got to be organized like a neat little Pinterest board. Meanwhile, on the perceiving side, we've got the cool cats who take life as it comes, embracing change like it's the latest fashion trend. Planning? Ha! They're more like improv masters, ready to roll with the punches and show off their adaptability skills. So, next time you meet someone on this spectrum, remember, judging is like the symphony conductor, and perceiving is the wild jazz improviser. Both have their charm, but it's all about how they groove with the outside world. Additionally, Carl Jung's got this theory of needing an auxiliary process, like the trusty sidekick that brings balance to the superhero's life. Introverts get extroversion as their sidekick, their alter ego for the public face moments. And extroverts rock the introversion cape to take care of their inner world. Here's the kicker. If they neglect their auxiliary like a forgotten sidekick, life takes a nosedive to the extremes. It's like living in a world with no seasoning, bland and tasteless. Oh, and according to the wise Myers-Briggs, the wise Briggs Myers, our extrovert-loving society tends to penalize introverts who don't embrace their auxiliary, while the extroverts get away with it like smooth talkers at a party. The goal of personality typing is to level up those perception and judgmental skills, the perfect combo for navigating life's adventures. And guess what? The auxiliary comes to the rescue. So embrace your dominant process and call upon your trusty auxiliary when needed. The never-ending tango of personalities. You've got the thinkers and the feelers, locked in a perpetual dance of misunderstandings. The thinkers, with their logical minds, can't fathom how feelers make decisions based on emotions and vibes. It's like trying to mix oil and water. They just don't blend. On the other side, the feelers wonder how thinkers can be so cold and analytical. To them, it's like writing a song without any heart or soul. It's like trying to dance without rhythm. Neither computes. And let's not forget the sensing and intuitive types. They're like two ships passing in the night, unable to decipher each other's secret code. Sensing types trust their senses, while the intuitive types have this gut feeling, this knowing that transcends the tangible. To the intuitives, the sensing types appear like cautious tortoises, plodding along without a hint of inspiration. And to the sensing types, the intuitives are like mystical wizards, conjuring insights out of thin air. But here's the cold, hard truth. Each type's dominant process works for them like a charm. So, let's raise our glasses to understanding and valuing each other. Cheers to the symphony of personalities and the beauty of our differences. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate the brilliance of Isabel Briggs Myers, the mastermind behind this incredible personality revelation. Her lack of formal psychology qualifications didn't stop her from making a lasting impact on millions of lives. As she said, personality type is as innate as being right or left-handed, and embracing our true selves leads to fulfillment and productivity. In fact, some even say personality typing might be more important for success in life than IQ. Can you believe it? You could have the IQ of a mop and still wipe the floor clean with your sparkling personality. So here's the deal, dear viewers. Take the MBTI test, explore your personality type, and celebrate your uniqueness. It's time to stand tall and proud in this extrovert's world. But before we wrap up, I want to give a huge shout out to our amazing subscribers. You guys rock our world. And as always, if you enjoyed this video and learned something new, or you didn't learn something new, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share it with your friends. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey into the world of personalities. Until next time, keep laughing, stay curious, and never stop exploring the quirky corners of our human experience. This is the Psych HR Geek, signing off.